This is WLBT Jackson. From Mississippi's #1 news team, this is the WLBT Noon Report.
Supreme Court Justice Chuck McRae will have to wait a little longer before his DUI case goes to trial. A local DJ is doing his part to help boost the reserves at Mississippi Blood Services. And some local horse owners are in shock today after their beloved animals were killed in a late-night fire at a Jackson stable. And that tops our news this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Noel Sweet. Bert Case is on vacation. Lightning may be to blame for an early morning fire that destroyed a Northeast Jackson stable, killing 24 prize show horses. The blaze was raging out of control by the time firefighters arrived, and as our Larry Flowers reports, horse owners are mourning the loss of what they call an extended family.
It was hard to hold back emotions as horse owners arrived and saw the stable fully engulfed in flames. About 30 horses were being boarded here at the Oak Brook and Eadsville Riding School stables. Everyone pitched in to try and locate horses that may have escaped the blaze.
Look to the neighborhood! Come on, help us find them in the neighborhood!
Most were show horses that competed in dressage and combined training, an Olympic-style competition. Losing these animals was like losing a family member.
Horses come to know them and recognize them and greet them when they get here, and the horses are excited to see them, and they're excited to see their horses, and they follow them around like they were puppy dogs or something.
By the time firemen arrived, it was not much they could do. The stable was fully involved, but there was another problem. The closest fire hydrant was about a mile away.
This particular case, in my estimation, the involvement that had occurred by the time we arrived here, I don't think a hydrant would have helped.
Early Monday morning, a glimmer of hope. 2 of the 30-odd horses had been found, but for many of the other equestrians, the loss of their horses will be felt for quite some time. Larry Flowers, WLBT News.
The owner, Fontaine Bowie, says the stable was not insured, but most of the horses were. Another sad note to this story, this is the second horse killed in 1 year for a young girl who used that stable. During deer season last October, she found an arrow lodged in another horse she had there. Mississippi Supreme Court Justice Chuck McRae's drunken driving trial has suffered a setback due to, of all things, the heat. Jury selection started this morning in Rankin County Circuit Court, but before a jury could be seated, the proceedings were called off by air conditioning problems. McRae was arrested earlier this year after crashing his car into a stand of pine trees in Flowood. He refused to take a breathalyzer test. Jury selection is expected to continue tomorrow. A Jackson man is dead after a motorcycle accident last night. 38-year-old Randy Morgan ran into an iron fence on Shepherd Street near Ames Avenue. That's in Northeast Jackson around 9:30 last night. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of the accident is not known, but people living in that area say speeding is a serious problem in the neighborhood. A blood sample has been sent to the state crime lab to determine if alcohol or drugs were present in Morgan's system. Those results will not be in for a couple of days. A Jackson DJ is out for blood. Z106 DJ Mike Bridges is out of the control booth and up on a billboard in the radio station's 3rd annual blood drive. Bridges will stay there until 500 pints of blood are donated to Mississippi Blood Services. Last year, 350 pints were collected, so organizers decided to up the ante. Donors will be eligible for a variety of prizes, including a trip to the Bahamas, televisions, and boom boxes. You too can go to the billboard. It's located on the I-55 South Frontage Road, or you can donate blood at any Mississippi Blood Services location. The city of Jackson has a new weapon to fight the war against litter on downtown streets. The city has purchased an industrial-sized vacuum cleaner to pick up debris on downtown landscaped areas. The machine costs $30,000 and will save the city money by doing the work of a 5-man cleanup crew. This morning, Mayor Kane Ditto took a ride on the Mad Vac to show the public how efficiently it works. More than $18.5 million in public facilities grants will be shared by 67 local governments here in Mississippi. Governor Kirk Fordyce said that the grants were issued through a community development block grant program to help Mississippi communities make needed local infrastructure improvements. The grants will be used for improvements in water, sewer, streets, drainage, public buildings, fire protection, and other similar facilities. The Mississippi Department of Economic and Community Development received more than 100 applications requesting grant money. Still to come, gunmen opened fire on the Egyptian president earlier today. Mubarak escaped injury in the assassination attempt. We'll have the complete details on that and more news when the Noon Report continues.
Remember the old days when you could set up shop under a shade tree and do auto body repair? Well, those days are gone. Today's cars don't have frames, they're unibodies, and it takes special equipment and special know-how to work on them. Using an old-style welder, for instance, on a unibody car can actually weaken the metal, and if you have another accident, you've lost the safety protection that was designed into the car. It's not just a matter of how much equipment, it's having the right equipment and the right training. At Clinton Body Shop, we've got both.
Things are heating up at GCO, your Georgia carpet outlet. Now's a great time to replace old carpet. Pick a new color, try a new style. And now's the time to save even more. Cause at GCO, everyday low mill direct outlet prices are even lower right now. Carpet several rooms for what you'd expect to pay for one. Buy now, pay nothing till 1996. No payment, no interest till next year. Your Georgia carpet outlet, I-55 North in Jacksonian Plaza.
Cowboy Maloney, Cowboy's one of us.
I've said for years at Cowboy Maloney's Electric City, we cannot sell a refrigerator to someone unless they actually need one because the old one died. Now I have to change my mind. General Electric has come out with a program for side-by-side certain model refrigerators where you make no payments in 95, you make no payments in 96. In fact, the first payment is due in 97. See the store for details. This is your opportunity to have that GE refrigerator you've always wanted and not pay for it till 97.
Mrs. Georgia Samuel always finds values at Jitney, and now she brings them home, to a home her family owns. Habitat for Humanity made it possible with a lot of help from the employees of Jitney. Jitney employees pitched in to make it happen, and Habitat for Humanity is only one of the many civic projects our 4,000 Jackson area employees are involved in. In Jackson and throughout Mississippi, Jitney is making a difference.
In the O.J. Simpson trial, prosecutors plan to wrap up their case this week. Today, a DNA probability expert returns to the stand with some mistakes to explain away. David Gregory with more from Los Angeles.
The numbers that are arrived at by you and put on that board are biased against Mr. Simpson. Isn't that correct?
As it turns out, it looks that way, yes.
The prosecution's mistakes may hurt them. That's the conclusion of two dismissed jurors who are speaking out. At a weekend forum, ex-juror Willie Craven said having O.J. Simpson try on the murder gloves may cost the prosecution the case.
They had the incident with the glove, showing that to the world, and the glove didn't fit. Then whatever they had built up with DNA, they lost it with the glove.
Former juror Michael Knox, in his book to be released this week, calls the prosecution sloppy and disorganized in the presentation of their evidence against Simpson. Legal experts agree the state is not finishing its case in top form.
This should have been really the salad days for the prosecution, where they are throwing all the punches, but in fact they have spent a good deal of their time blocking punches.
As for Dr. Weir and his mathematical mistakes, he has recalculated the frequencies for several bloodstains, but prosecutors say the result will be the same. Overwhelming odds that blood evidence implicates Simpson. David Gregory, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Turning now to health news, doctors used to tell their pregnant patients to avoid exercise, fearing that would harm the baby by shifting blood away from the womb and to muscles, but no longer. As Dr. Dave Nida reports, it's now known exercise may in fact lessen problems during pregnancy and shorten labor.
In pregnancy were not a good mix, that it was dangerous for both mother and baby. The research shows done properly, exercise not only can make for a healthier pregnancy, but an easier delivery. One study in particular found women who exercise regularly during pregnancy had 80% less risk of a C-section than women who did not exercise. And when it came to labor, the exercisers on average were 2 hours shorter. and their babies were also half as likely to show signs of distress during labor and delivery. But before you head to the gym, a few points to remember. Pregnancy is not the time to take up a new strenuous exercise program such as jogging. That's if you haven't been doing it all along. You also need to make sure your heart rate doesn't go above 140 and you don't get overheated. It's also important to avoid bouncing and lots of jerky motions. You see, joints get looser during pregnancy and are more prone to injury. By all means, after the 4-month mark, you don't want to do any exercise where you lay on your back. It can interfere with blood flow to the baby. Last but not least, drink plenty of fluids. You're more prone to dehydration while you're pregnant. I'm Dr. Dave Nida for NBC News.
Doctors usually advise against strength training programs with weightlifting during pregnancy because of joint changes and changes with blood flow to the uterus while straining and lifting. Turning now to international news, Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak escaped an assassination attempt earlier today. Gunmen opened fire on his motorcade as he arrived in the capital of Ethiopia for a meeting of African heads of state. He was not hurt and was flown back to Cairo immediately. Apparently, 2 cars tried to block his motorcade as it passed the Palestinian embassy, and several gunmen fired on the entourage. There are conflicting reports on how many died in that shooting. No group has yet claimed responsibility for the attack. And Woody Asaph joins us now with a look at today's forecast.
Kim, we finally got that rain in Saturday morning, a little bit last night.
And oh boy, did we get it in.
Yes, Saturday morning especially. But right now, the weatherman's saying sunny weather for a couple more days with a very slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms beginning tomorrow. But mostly sunny weather for the next few days and kind of hot, maybe 91, 92 in the daytime.
But more importantly, for the folks who wanted some rain, they got it.
They sure did, and I'm happy for them.
All right, Woody Asaph will have a complete look at our weather in just a moment. Stay with us.
If you've been hurt in an auto accident or injured through no fault of your own, you may be entitled to collect money damages from the responsible party. But don't expect the insurance company to treat you fairly as an individual. At the law firm of Thomas & Pond, we understand the fear and frustration that can result. We'll help you collect the money you deserve, and there's no fee or expense unless we recover for you. For a free consultation, call 948-HURT or our toll-free number. If you are unable to come to our offices, we'll come to you. Call today.
If this were my house, the mailbox would be empty because all the bills would be paid. And the kids would head off to school in their new clothes while I headed off to work in my new career.
Don't put off your dreams. Come to Phillips Junior College and earn your degree in paralegal studies with training for hundreds of career opportunities at one very special college. Then have the rest of your life to make all those dreams come true. Call Phillips Junior College today at 362-6341 because you have a dream.
LaFleur Cadillac, Jackson's home for higher standards of value and of savings during LaFleur Cadillac's factory-authorized Cadillac clearance. LaFleur is overstocked. 95 sedan DeVilles, fully equipped for just $449 a month, or one easy payment of $11,923. $11,923 or $449 a month for total Cadillac luxury. The factory-authorized Cadillac clearance at LaFleur Cadillac, creating a higher standard. South State Street in Jackson.
The weather is brought to you by ComfortTech, your independent Lennox dealer.
Mississippi summers, hot, humid, 98-degree days and 80-degree nights. Believe me, you'll want to stay cool. This is Glenn Ratliff with ComfortTech. Can your home or business air conditioner handle the heat? Call us at ComfortTech. We'll check it out affordably so you can rest comfortably. We service all makes and models. We'll fix it fast and we fix it to last.
ComfortTech. We deliver comfort fast.
And that's a promise from your independent Lennox dealer.
ComfortTech.
So I want to remind you now, the second summer term open registration for Hines Community College, June the 30th. Class is starting July 5th now. Urge before attempting to register, please contact a counselor at the location you plan to attend. If you need more information, call 1-800-HINES Community College. You get the information. All right, we were just talking with Kimberly. The weatherman gave us that rain Saturday morning, and actually had some pretty heavy rain last night, but we're talking about sunny weather for the next few days. We called up our Doppler, called up our airport radar. No rain showing at all. A little bit in Florida, no rain around us. Clouds moved in. It's been kind of cloudy over the state this morning, mostly in extreme north Mississippi. Had a little cloudiness down along the Gulf Coast. Rain up in Iowa, Missouri, Minnesota, down in Florida. That's just about it. Now, this is the front, a low the lakes area. The front's coming through the western side of the state right now, but it's a fast-moving front. Will slide on through the area, maybe a drop of rain, too, up north Mississippi, and that's just about it. Tomorrow, the front will be gone. You can see sunshiny weather all the way from the mountain area all the way into Mississippi, just about into Georgia area. Same picture on Wednesday. Now, watch that cold front coming out of Canada. Maybe Thursday or Friday, that front could reach us. Weatherman may put showers back in the forecast for, let's not say the weekend. Anyhow, hey, sunshiny weather in Texas all the way over to Mississippi and to Georgia on Wednesday. Now, here it is today. Mostly sunny, mid-80s north, near 90 central and south, low 90s along the Gulf Coast. 20% chance of showers or thunderstorms, extreme northeast part of the state. Our pollen count today, less than 10. That's very low, thanks to the Mississippi Asthma and Allergy Clinic. Tonight, couldn't ask for better. Fair, the entire state, mid-60s, upper 60s, down along the Gulf Coast. Now, let's look at 5-day forecast, a long range, and you can see what's going to happen. We're looking at tomorrow sunny, and then look at Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and possibly right through the weekend. We're looking at 90, could get to 92 in the daytime, 68 to 70 at nighttime. And the weatherman is saying a very slight chance of showers or thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon and early evening for the next few days. Okay, folks, here's what happened yesterday. A hot one, 91, 68 last night. No precipitation this morning. Right now we're looking at about 85, 86. The barometer is rising, 29, 92, 60% humidity, northwest winds about 3. Mostly sunny this afternoon, near 90. Tonight, fair, mid-60s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, near 90 again. Hey, want to wish a happy listen to this, 71st anniversary.
Oh.
71st anniversary, Irvin and Mamie Barron of McGee. I think that was yesterday. We got this late. Happy 71 years together, Irvin and Mamie Barron of McGee. That's something. Happy 85th birthday, Carrie Brister of JS, and folks, have more.
Many, many more. All right, thanks so much, Woody. And now it is time to take a look at today's farm market report. That comes courtesy of A.G. Edwards and Cattle Market News.
Everybody's making burritos because they're so easy, but these aren't everybody's. These are yours alone.
2 value meals.
Some people know how to get more for their money. For about $15.7, this Grand Am driver got anti-lock brakes, air conditioning, aluminum wheels, spoiler, even automatic transmission. This Ultimate driver paid more, but didn't get any of it, not even automatic transmission.
Aw, Dad.
Like we said, some people know how to get more for their money. The #1 selling Pontiac Grand Am. See your Pontiac Paint Centers now.
My injuries kept me in therapy for about 5 weeks.
Hurt in a car accident? I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. One call, that's all.
I called Richard right after the accident, and I didn't have to worry about anything. All I had to do was worry about getting better.
When you're hurt in a car accident, call me immediately. It's the best call you can make.
I recommend Richard because it's just one call.
One call will make a difference.
I got a little more than I expected to get.
I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. One call, that's all.
I made one call, and that's all I had to do.
Peach Auto Painting and Collision adds the perfect touch to auto painting with the Imperial Paint Service and save $130. For a limited time, just $169.95. Drive in and let your old car's paint receive peach performance with the Imperial Paint Service. Then drive your car out with a finish of lasting beauty. For a limited time, save $130. Just $169.95. Exclusively at Peach Auto Painting and Collision. It's a peach of a paint job.
Celebrate 10 years of high-flying fun in Canton during the Mississippi Championship Hot Air Balloon Fest. It begins Thursday, June 29th, with a red, white, and blue downtown festival on Canton's historic square. Morning and afternoon flights July 1st and 2nd. Balloon glows Friday evening at North Park and Monday night in Canton. Jacko Pierce and Colonel Bruce Hampton and the Fiji Mariners play at the Balloon Field Saturday night beginning at 9:30. Don't miss the Mississippi Championship Hot Air Balloon Fest, June 29th through July 2nd.
If you're a fan of Tex-Mex food, then Mr. Food has a recipe for burritos you are sure to love. It has the same Mexican spices, but adds a new ingredient.
With Mexican and Tex-Mex so popular these days, everybody's into burritos, including making them at home because they're so easy. But somehow they all come out tasting alike. Oh, not boring, but the same. Well, here's a simple one with a little bit difference that'll impress the crowd that's still doing them the old way. As usual, we brown a pound of lean ground beef with a small chopped onion and a crushed clove of garlic till the beef loses its pink color. We drain off the drippings and add a ½ teaspoon each of salt and chili powder and a ¼ teaspoon each of cumin and pepper. Now, the different part is that into the meat mixture, we stir a defrosted, well-drained package of frozen chopped spinach. We heat it through and stir in a cup and a half of shredded Monterey Jack cheese. Then simply spoon that smooth mixture into warm flour tortillas and serve them with salsas of your choice, homemade or bought, however your gang likes it, mild, medium, or hot, or all of them, like a buffet style. And if you'd like the recipe, just send a self-addressed stamped envelope marked Best Burrito to me, Mr. Food, right here at the station. And we'll get it back to you for an original they won't be comparing with those, same as everybody's. I mean, it's the spinach and the cheese and the hearty smooth that make it your very own. And your eaters, they'll take care of the ooh, it's so good.
Still to come, snakes, believe it or not, are the most popular pets in America today. Coming up, the Pet Vet will tell you what you need to know if you're thinking about buying one.
It all ends Friday. Nissan factory incentives end Friday. That means the lowest prices of the year are good through Friday only. At Regency Nissan, new 95 Altimas with dual airbags, alloy wheels, and more. $19 down. $139 a month. Wow! 95 Nissan trucks with air and more. $19 down. $139 a month. Altimas and trucks, your choice. $19 down. $139 a month through Friday at Regency Nissan. I-20 at the Gallatin exit, 10 miles south of high prices.
You always get the best for less at Royal Furniture. Brand names like Von Bassett, RCA, Frigidaire, Bernhardt sofas with coil spring cushions, $3.99. Our universal rice bed, $3.99. Sealy Posturepedic or CertaPerfect Sleeper, $3.99. This Simmons Hide-A-Bed with inner spring mattress, $5.99. Act now, get a free love seat. Action Lane recliners, $1.99. This Benchcraft sectional, $12.99, comes with 2 recliners and a sleeper. Get name brands at Royal Furniture, 4025 Northview, Jackson.
It's a breeze. Actually, it's a cool breeze coming from a Whirlpool refrigerator at Cowboy Maloney's Electric City, where we're celebrating our 43rd birthday sale. We also have a fantastic It's a Breeze promotion with Whirlpool. They're giving $100 back on selected refrigerator. No money down, no payments, no interest if you pay it off by September of '96. That's Cowboy Maloney's Electric City, Whirlpool It's a Breeze sale.
Vicksburg, I-20, Dixie Plaza, Jackson, Ellis Avenue, Highway 80, Superstores, Coliseum at Harding Street, I-55 at Briarwood.
Never again.
I'll never go back to hydrocortisone for my dry skin itch. I switched to Lanacane.
New medical testing on itch nerve shows the direct action of Lanacane relieves itching faster and keeps working better than hydrocortisone. Look, in the first crucial minute, Lanacane gave faster itch relief.
And the relief really lasts.
Over time, Lanacane kept working better.
Fast relief that lasts. I like that.
Lanacane not only relieves itching faster, it keeps working better than hydrocortisone.
From the playground.
How old are you?
11. To the courtroom.
Must be very painful to see your son chained like that.
When kids turn to crime.
I was the leader of the girls, and this is her last chance in the juvenile system.
They must do the time.
If I haven't made myself clear, you're going to jail.
Step inside a real juvenile court.
He needs to be accountable for his crimes.
I'm devastated.
With a judge who dares to make a difference.
My son's in trouble. You're in big trouble.
Juvenile Justice.
Weekdays at 4:30 p.m. on WLBT.
What cold-blooded animals are rapidly becoming America's hottest pets? Snakes. Dr. Rich Ford explains why and has some important tips about their care before you purchase one.
Situations, usually the prey doesn't have to be killed first for the snake's safety.
The price of most snakes is reasonable, as inexpensive as $10, but rare snakes can cost up to $10,000. A 20-gallon aquarium with an escape-proof lid and accessories can be purchased for less than $80. Domestic breeding has enhanced the popularity of snakes as pets. These variations are less likely to harbor parasitic diseases, are less aggressive, and are more receptive to people. For NBC News, I'm Dr. Rich Ford.
Remember, the three most important rules of good snake husbandry are correct temperatures between 75 and 80 degrees, adequate space, and proper nutrition. If you would like more information, send a stamped, self-addressed envelope to The Pet Vet, Snakes, Post Office Box 1712, Jackson, Mississippi 39215-1712. And Woody is back now with a final look at our weather.
Again, Kimberly, the weatherman, a pretty day today, predicted today, sunny, and tomorrow. But starting possibly Wednesday, could start tomorrow, but possibly Wednesday, we're looking at Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, a chance. He doesn't even say 20%, just saying slight chance, mainly afternoon, early evening thunderstorms. Possibly through the weekend. Temperature is going to run around the 90, maybe 92 mark in the daytime, and 68, 70, could get up to 72 at nighttime. So we're looking at possibly through the weekend. But today and tomorrow, he's saying sunny, mostly sunny weather and fair tonight. Then the clouds start moving in, possibly Wednesday. And as I said, a chance. Very slight chance.
Well, if we could get that, though, that would make everybody happy.
Right, well...
just a slight chance.
Even though it messed up my golf game Saturday morning, I was still happy to see the rain come in, because we needed it.
Oh,
we needed it bad.
You're right. All right. Thanks so much, Woody. And thank you for joining us. That's it for us at noon. We'll see you again at 5. Have a great afternoon.